Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for August 4th, 2025. We've got a base plus Menagerie Kingdom today, and we've got Sentry and Sanctuary for thinning. There's also Remodel. We've got I guess the only draw here really is Mastermind. Well, and I guess there's also Ride. Groom can gain you horses, but it's not net draw because it's only gaining you one horse, and Groom itself is a stop card. But you can Throne or Mastermind the horses. You can also Throne or Mastermind the horses from Ride. Throning like a Sentry or a Fisherman isn't draw, but Masterminding it is. So the draw is basically coming from Throne and Mastermind in some capacity. And that is also where the plus actions is coming from. There's not actually a lot of terminals we need to play necessarily. Groom, well, I guess Groom, Mastermind, Vassal, Cardinal, Remodel are all terminal. But I wouldn't necessarily expect... Well, Vassal isn't necessarily terminal. I wouldn't necessarily be expected to be playing a ton of these. And then, yeah, so I don't know that terminal space is going to be like a huge problem, but obviously getting the Mastermind set up is going to be a thing at least. But you can also get plus actions from Throne Room, which means you can, like, one of the things that can be tricky if Mastermind is literally the only plus actions is like getting going with it. But here we do have the Throne Room as well, so we can like get multiple Masterminds and play at once, even if we don't already have one and that sort of thing. So, all right, and then. Yeah, so gains-wise, we've got Sanctuary for actual plus buy, and then Groom and Remodel for gains. So, we unfortunately cannot open Sentry, which would be ideal. I think we'll take a Fisherman, and then the question is, do we want a Groom or a Remodel? Or possibly something that just helps us hit 5. Well, I'll click on Fisherman anyway. And the bot gets Sentry. Blah. At least it didn't have a 2-5. Although being able to pursue the Sentry by Ride isn't exactly bad either. So, like, what we could do, we could go for an early Cardinal. Cardinal is generally bad in the opening because it's so likely to just cycle junk off of your opponent's deck. So in this case, right, it makes them likely to see their Sentry faster. But it is +2 coins, which will help us hit 5. Possibly even double 5, which would be nice. And if we high roll and hit their Sentry, that's pretty huge. And if they get thin really quickly with Sentry, then having the Cardinal in the deck will like make it so that we're more likely to be able to, like, the Cardinal will be relatively more effective if they get thin quickly with Sentry, is what I'm trying to say. So that's a consideration. If we don't want to have to worry about cycling their cards for them, we could just take a Vassal, and we still want the coins. We could just take a Vassal. Or we could take a Groom or a Remodel. mean, I guess I'd probably rather have the groom than the remodel. But it would be pretty sad to not hit 5. So I think I'm leaning Vassal or Cardinal. One advantage to Cardinal is that it doesn't, by not flipping a card off the deck, it makes it easier for us to get another Fisherman if that's what we want to do. But that's a pretty marginal consideration because I want to be hitting 5 anyway. And if we don't hit 5, we're probably going to buy like a Groom. If we do get a Groom, then it'll be easy enough to pick up a Cardinal later. So probably Vassal is correct. Century Vassal also has synergy for what that's worth. Alright, well, unfortunately, we're not going to hit 5 next turn, but do hit it this turn. Do we want to take a Groom now, or do we actually want to consider a Throne Room? I think we can just take the Groom. Alright, 5 again. We could take another Sentry. I mean, we haven't trashed yet, but we could also take a Sanctuary. I think I like getting a Sanctuary, actually. Being able to thin from hand. Definitely nice. Alright. Now we probably take a Throne Room. We could take another Vassal. We could take a Silver if we ever want to play with Merchant. We could also just buy Ride. I think I'm good with Ride. I really want to get going with Mastermind stuff. Speaking of which, let's take a Mastermind now. I think we've trashed 1 card, and they've trashed 9. Oh my god. We could Throne the Vassal here. Let's see. It'd also be nice to Throne the Groom, actually. Obviously, throning the horse is good, too. Maybe we should just do that regardless. Yeah. Probably. Yeah, this is good. Gave us the best chance to get to the Mastermind. Alright. Now, do we Groom for Throne Room or Fisherman? We're gonna buy another Mastermind. I think one more Throne Room. It is tempting to just mastermind the groom, but I don't think it's correct. They're going hard after the grooms. Yeah, we need to get going on the cardinal stuff, really. Throw in the sentry, we probably do. Come on. Ugh. I think we have to discard both of these. God damn it. Find the horses. I mean, I guess there's only one horse down here, but... We're probably just losing this off the back of that. The bot getting to open 5-2. So find the sanctuary with either of these estates. Alright, I'm going to take another mastermind, I think, and just try to load up for a huge turn. This is so obnoxious. They're going to like empty these piles, and then they're just going to groom for the estates and win off of that. I've still only trashed like 2 cards or something. I guess I've exiled one. Like, they've trashed so much more. It's outrageous. Yeah, I think we're not even going to have time for this cardinal shit. They're just going to empty piles before we can do anything. I'm surprised they're taking Vassal. They got a province. God damn it. We need a throne room. This is so... This is so frustrating! Like... What am I supposed to do? They have 9 grooms in their deck. Just unbelievable. God damn it! Because I don't have any horses left. I do have a fisherman, but... in the sentries and the sanctuary, but... Jesus. So they get a sentry. Fisherman. Sentry gets 2 trashes. They get another sentry, and then they shuffle. I actually got Groom first. Get 1 trash in, they get another double trash, so they've got 4 cards trashed by this point. I have 1. 5 cards trashed, 6 cards trashed. Seven cards trashed. 8 cards trashed. And I still have 1 card trashed at this point. Now I have 2. And that's 3. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you get that thin, you don't need the masterminds. I mean, if you follow that line of reasoning, then you might as well just open Groom. But this is actually the worst possible opening split. I mean, it doesn't matter if I go with the Fisherman Vassal line again, but if I wanted to get like Fisherman Groom, I couldn't. I don't know. I mean, like getting all those cards trashed with Sentry, I feel it's really key to lining all this stuff up. But then I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with the Fisherman Vassal line. They go for remodel. Okay. Taking a Groom now. Oh man, if we don't hit the Fisherman, okay. Wait, so their opening was remodel Vassal? But they hit 5? Bah. Guess we take a Throne Room. The Throne Room, I suppose. The Sanctuary thing did not really work out last time. But, like, we're already at the point where Sentry's not very likely to be trashing 2 cards anyway. I'm gonna stick with the plan. Really? Ugh. Okay, well... Another Throne Room. Could take just more Throne Rooms. But... wonder about getting like one other, like maybe a Cardinal or a... guess we could take another groom potentially. Vassal. I don't know. I'm just worried about having like too many throne rooms relative to the targets. I guess it's probably not very likely on this shuffle because we do have the horses. Yeah, all right. We throne the sentry. Probably. I think fishermen now have the opportunity. No mastermind. No sanctuary with these two estates. On. I'm gonna throw in this sanctuary. Get some more thinning done. On the vassal, I guess. Vassal hits the throne room. No, the sentry draws the throne room, and then the vassal hits whatever. Okay. Oh wait, no. We're not double playing the sentry. Right, so the vassal hits the throne room. Okay. At some point, we might need another sanctuary, but maybe not even. Maybe we just end up masterminding the one we have. All right, we definitely want to throw in the groom. Or a fisherman. Time for cardinal? Maybe. All right, that's the cardinal. And And then there's not going to be any way to leave those horses on top. There. Do we want to throne this sanctuary? I guess probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Two more masterminds. Probably. Piles are getting a little low, but not low enough that I'm concerned yet. Interesting. They didn't play any masterminds. Wait, they did play masterminds? Wait. Oh. Oh. Just minded to play a throne room, which then double played a mastermind. And the mastermind doesn't stay out? Hacks. Alright, we probably need to draw. We could do the throne mastermind thing here. We do have 3 masterminds in our deck. It's probably not necessary. Throne fisherman. Run another fisherman. I kind of want to play this sanctuary. With buys. Maybe 3 buys is enough, though. Which we would get if we throned it instead of masterminding it. I don't know. Oh, wait. I was not still in the throne room. Oops. Alright, well, we weren't triple playing it anyway. Okay. Fine. Alright. I want to groom for some stuff. Or we could just play fisherman. Yeah, let's just do that. I kind of want to throw in this cardinal. But I guess we can gain another one. Okay, so own room for fishermen and cardinal. Okay, we left a horse on top. That's good. I think we gotta buy some provinces. It's safe for us to take a fisherman here. We're gonna have 15 points. They're gonna be down a province. They've got 5 grooms. Their path to victory might involve emptying estates anyway, in which case they're not going to need a province. In that case, emptying fishermen definitely seems dangerous. So I think I will not. Well, they're going for it. I don't believe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now our path to victory is emptying on like Groom, Mastermind, Throne Room, or picking up a duchy or something like that. Play a horse. Just be another horse again. What we really want to triple play now is the Groom. So we're definitely going to gain a Groom. It's probably just Groom, Throne. The other thing to consider would be like getting a remodel to remodel Mastermind into Mastermind or Duchy. And I guess we can do that now and gain the other Throne Room later. All right. Do not need to throne this sentry. Right, we don't want this here. We do probably want to throne the sanctuary for buys. So we don't care about actions, so throne is not important. Okay. We have a groom left that we can use to groom for the throne room. We only need a duchy, so we don't need to throne it. We could throne the remodel to turn our two of our masterminds, or 2 masterminds. We only have the 2, and yeah, into mastermind duchy. So we want to save a throne for the remodel, and at that point, we don't actually need to buy anything. So we don't need to worry about throning money. We can just throne horse. Throne horse. Horse. Throne. Remodel. Mastermind to mastermind. Mastermind to duchy. I guess we might as well do that. Oh, we did have another mastermind. We had 6? Hmm. All right. Well, that was, yeah. It sure went better when the bot wasn't able to open Sentry. They never really got thin because they didn't get to open Sentry. Still had 6 starting cards left. They also just went like, yeah, going just crazy on the groom like stuff does not work as well if you only get 3 throne rooms and if you don't thin out your starting cards. I mean, it was still like a little scary, but yeah, I guess I can believe that in the world where you get to open Sentry, you get a second Sentry quickly, and you just get thin really fast, that skipping Mastermind and doing the Throne Groom thing is correct. I believe that. But in the world where you don't have such fortunes, then I think I prefer something more like what I was doing. I mean, I could certainly believe that getting like another groom at some point would have been a good idea. I mean, the reason I didn't mainly was because I wanted to have enough money to buy things, right? Like, I mean, there are a lot of good things to gain with the groom for sure, but there's also like 5 costs that you can't, and then eventually, you know, want to be able to buy provinces as well, and so, and wanting to gain some like fisherman, cardinal, vassal type stuff. But yeah, I mean, was there like at least a spot where I should have earlier gotten maybe like a second or a third groom? Like certainly possible. Not sure about that, but yeah, I do. In general, against the bot, I find the whole like, oh, open Sentry and just win thing to be like overstated. But on this board, that was exactly what it was. Just get wrecked. Anyway, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.